Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a road trip here, and we're going to be taking it in my 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-E. This is the Select, and this is the rear-wheel drive standard range there. So we're going to be going from the eastern shore of Maryland, and we're going to be driving all the way out to Western Virginia to meet my family. They've been in Tennessee's with my in-laws there for about a week or so. So we're going to meet them out there. We're going to drive the Mach-E. We're starting out right now. I'm leaving the house. I had it on the level 1 charger all night last night, and we're starting out at, let's see when it boots up here. We're starting out at 93%. It looks, on the maps there, I'm going to have to stop about 3 times there. And honestly, I'm going to play it more conservative than you really have to. But I do not want to be that YouTuber that has to push this 4,000 pound plus vehicle off the road and get it towed somewhere. So we're going to probably play it a little more conservative than you have to. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how much this cost me on this road trip. Let's get it started. All right, so we're about an hour into our trip here going towards Western Virginia. And I really quickly wanted to jump on here and kind of explain 2 different things with electric vehicles. So the first thing is a feature that I use literally every single day, and it is Ford's Blue Cruise feature here on the Mach-E. You can get also on the Ford F-150 Lightning and actually on the Ford Expedition Max, the regular gas Ford Expedition Max. So very, very nice feature. Let me turn you around to my screen real quick. And so you'll see on my screen there, on my dash, you're actually, it's all lit up blue and everything. It's got my navigation on there. And it's lit up blue because it's telling me this is a hands-free driving feature. I literally have one hand on my phone, one hand right here showing you, and the vehicle is literally driving itself. I have the speed set at, well, I'm not going to tell you just because I'm going a little over the speed limit, but hey, actually people were flying by me. So anyways, a little squirrel jumped off there. I had to go down that rabbit hole. But anyways, I got Ford Blue Cruise set, and it literally is driving itself right now, and I use this every day. I have a 130-mile round trip to work every single day, and I use it every single day. It literally drives itself for about half of my trip, and I get to sit here, basically drink my drink, enjoy the road, listen to some music, eat a breakfast sandwich in the morning, and just pay attention to the road, right? All you got to do is you got to make sure you're looking at the road, and if you're not, it will actually beep at you because there's little sensors here on the steering wheel that will actually beep at you, which is pretty cool. So, overall, I love Blue Cruise. The other thing I really wanted to show you is efficiency. So everybody talks about, you have an electric car. What does efficiency matter? You don't have to look at it like a gas car where you got miles per gallon and that kind of stuff. But you actually do in the same concept. You actually have what's called miles per kilowatt. And because, the battery pack is measured in kilowatt hours. And so, you basically do have efficiency that you need to pay attention to while you're driving an electric vehicle. You don't have to pay 100% attention to it, but you're paying traditionally by the kilowatt hour at the fast chargers. Even at your house when you're charging, you're paying, by kilowatt hour. So you still want to pay attention to your efficiency because it's important to know how much you're actually paying and you're spending on your trips and how much you're spending in your electric vehicle. So right now, there's this little feature on the 15.5-inch touchscreen here on the Mach-E, if it will work for me. There it is. So, and it breaks down for you each trip. I have it set up to where it resets every single trip. And, it tells me how many miles per kilowatt hour that I'm getting. Right now, on this trip, I'm getting 3.7 miles per kilowatt hour. And you may say, is that efficient? Is that good? Is that bad? Well, it's kind of right in the middle. It's actually really good, actually, to be honest with you. For me, at least. Let me know in the comment section down below, all you electric drivers there. What are you getting, miles per kilowatt hour? On my daily trip, I'm getting usually around 3 miles per kilowatt hour here on my Ford Mustang Mach-E. This is getting 3.7. That's actually a decent chunk better than I'm usually getting. And you may say, well, 0.7, who cares, right? You're only getting 0.7 more. Well, actually 0.7 over, 100 kilowatts, or however how much you need to use for your trip, can add up pretty quickly and actually save you some money. The other thing I want to talk about is that compared to, let's say, the Ford F-150 Lightning that has, you know, a lower efficiency, rating there. When I drove the Ford F-150 Lightning, because I have the ability, as the general manager of a Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram dealership, I get the chance to drive different cars sometimes. And I drove the Ford F-150 Lightning for about 2,000 miles. And over those 2,000 miles, I got about 2 miles per kilowatt hour. And again, you may say, it's 1.7 miles per kilowatt. What's that matter? But again, do the math over 100 kilowatts or however many kilowatts you got to use for your trips. It adds up pretty quickly there. So, you know, if you're an electric driver, you do have to pay attention to a little bit of efficiency. This Ford Mustang Mach-E is fairly decent on efficiency. But again, let me know in the comment section below your how many miles per kilowatt you're getting as an electric driver if you have one. Or, hey, let me know down in the comment section below what you're getting miles per gallon in your gas car, because that's always interesting as well. All right, guys, next video, we're going to pop in. We're going to start up when I get to the next charger. All right, guys, so made our first stop here with the charging station. So we're here at the Electrify America here. I think this is Haymarket, Virginia. So we stopped here. They had, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4 stalls. And actually a technician is out fixing on 2 of them there. So they did have a 350 charger. It's right over there. They had a Polestar was charging on that. And then I got on the 150 here on the Mach-E. Honestly, my wife is running a few minutes behind. You know how women are sometimes, right? So it's not a big deal. I didn't need the fastest charger in the world. I'm actually going to beat her to the restaurant we're going to in Western Virginia about an hour. So I got some time there. But I've been plugged in for, well, it says about 4 minutes now. And so far it's charged 8% of my battery. So I'm up to 50%. It's delivered 6.25 kilowatt hours. And then the charging cost so far is $2.15. Overall, you know, a really nice facility. Like I said, they had a technician out here that I was talking to, and he was kind of explaining, you know, what he works on with Electrify America. And pretty cool conversation there with the guy there. He's on the phone right now with technical support because 2 of the stalls over on the other side are out. So 2 of them were working, 2 were not. You know, it wasn't busy, so I was able to charge. So overall, pretty good experience so far. We're going to charge this up and see how much it costs. I'll be back really quickly there. So we're charging still here. You know, it's been a good session so far for now. Going on 11% of the battery has been charged, and roughly about 5 minutes. So that's pretty cool. Now, so it started charging at 11:02 a.m. This is on the 15.25-inch touchscreen here on the Mach-E. So it started charging at 11:02 a.m. That was at 42%. It's telling me it's going to be at 80% at 11:25 a.m. there. So right now we're at 54%. I'd be interested to see how close that is. I'm going to charge up to 80% and then I'm going to cut it off and we're going to hit on our way. But 11:25 a.m. Put me down in the comment section below if you think it's going to be accurate there. Alrighty, so we just got to 80%. So drum roll on what time you think it is. At the beginning, they said it was going to be done at 11:25 and we would be at 80% then. According to the car, right this second, it is 11:28. Okay, it's very close. But 11:28. We are at 80%. Now, we're going to unplug here, and the reason we're going to unplug now at 80% is because the charging speeds drop crazy. They drop like a brick after 80%. So if you're going to fast charge an electric car, you got to do it between, you know, 10 and 80% there. Bottom of my hat's pretty dirty there. I sweated a lot in this hat, I guess. But you want to do it between 10 and 80%. We're now at 81%, and it's still charging at 28 kilowatts. You can charge up into this one. The speed on this charger was up to 150 kilowatts. We never hit that speed here in the Mach-E. The highest I saw was about 83 kilowatts there. So, you know, it charged pretty quick, 25 minutes, and I was from 42% all the way up to now 81%. Let's jump out and find out how much it costs. All right, so I just unplugged here, and you'll see on the screen 81%, and it costed me $12.11 $12.04 there. Here's a little better statistic there. So $12.04 is what it costed me. I was here for 26 minutes. Haymarket, Virginia, very nice facility here. Technician here is working on 2 of the 4 stalls that are not working. So very good facility. Let's hit the road, and we're going to charge over in, I think Woodstock, Virginia is the next place. Let's get on the road and find out. All right, so second charging session here now. We are in Woodstock, Virginia at the Electrify America station here. And this is at the Walmart here. So there's 4 charging stations. Now each one does have 2 chargers on it there. You could do on all of these, you can have basically 2 cars set up, it looks like there. And these are 350 kilowatt chargers, so super fast there. I set it all up here. It's kind of charging. Let me put my phone number in here now so it can text me a receipt when we're done. Overall, it connected very easy. Swiped my card, connected it, had no problems getting everything connected, so it was pretty easy there. And so you'll see, so currently I am at 54%. That's plugged in at 52%. It's been on the charger for 1 minute, and it has added 3% of charging, and we are charging at the vehicle's taking 79 kilowatts right this second. So yeah, this charger is rated for 350, but right now the Mustang Mach-E is only taking 79 kilowatts as we speak. So let's let this thing charge. We will be back. I'm probably going to let this thing charge up actually all the way up to 100%. It's very ineffective to do it that way, but me and my family are going out to get something to eat real quick, so she's going to pick me up. I'm going to let this sit for a second there and watch it on the Ford Pass app. So as soon as it gets to 100%, I'm going to come back and pick it up. Because if you let this charge, even though there's no one else here charging, but if you let this charge past 100%, they will start charging you. I think it's $1 per minute there. Just to let it sit here as a storage charge, basically. So you got to pay attention. If once it hits 100%, unplug this thing and get this thing out of here before they start really charging you there. So, which makes sense, because here's the deal. For someone like myself who is traveling, you don't want someone hogging up a charger there even after they're fully charged and they're just basically parked here. You don't want that. You want to keep these open so that people can charge as best as they possibly can. So, Electrify America so far, two stops. Two good charges. All of these stations look like they're good to go and they're up and running. These do look like a newer style than the last one, but again, 2 stops so far, 2 charges, both Electrify America, and both have been good so far. So let's see how much this costs me after we get to 100%, and I'll be back. All right, so we are done charging on stop number 2. So we charged the vehicle all the way up to 100%. We actually stopped, and over in the distance there, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, right there. We stopped over and went to Cracker Barrel. So, on a road trip there, if you plan your stops out, you can plan it around stopping and getting food. So it's really not that bad. My wife and kids are right over there in her Expedition. Go figure, we have an Expedition and then an electric car, kind of 2 opposites there. But we charged the vehicle, I plugged it in, left it here, and it is literally showing on the screen 99% full there. It says it will be 100% in like 2 minutes, but there's no point in sitting here holding it anymore there. It's currently charging at a rate of 3 kilowatts. Let me touch the screen here. If it will do it, touch to return. There we go. So it's charging at a rate of 3 kilowatts right now. So it's basically, at this point, it's lower than even a level 2 charger. So it's literally just sitting there. But here's the big news. So it was on the charger for 82 minutes there, and it only costed me $14.19, and I charged 48% of the battery. So literally, in essence, I charged half of the battery, basically, you might as well say. And it only cost me $14. So if you want to do the full battery, I mean, at that point, you're basically looking at, on average, $28 there to fill this whole battery up, which will give me about 215 miles of range there, a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on how you drive, the conditions of the road, the conditions of the weather, all that kind of stuff there. But overall, listen, for the charge so far, it's been great with Electrify America. $14.19 for this one. We're going to stop this charge, and then we're going to get onto the road and head on back. I think we may have to stop one more time before we get back to the house. And then we'll charge up for a quick 10-minute sessions, and I'll let you guys know how that goes. All right, we'll see you later. All right, so we're doing the last charge of the day. Basically, we just did this charge real quick. We could have made it home, on that last charge. But like I told you at the beginning of the video, I wanted to be more conservative. My wife is actually driving the Mach-E now, so she's inside the driver's seat. I got this all plugged up. We're back here at the Haymarket, Electrify America, and now from here we'll be able to go. So right now it's plugged up. It's been on the charger for about 8 minutes. It's given us well, 7%. We're at that 82% mark where the charging really falls off. So this is a 350 kilowatt charger, and it's only charging at 28 kilowatts. So there's just no point of sitting here anymore. We've gotten over that 80% mark. We're at now 83%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the charge, and basically this charge costed us $2.15, and it delivered us about 6.25 kilowatts into the battery. And that will get us all the way home. So that's the last charge. We're going to go home, and then let's wrap this video up. Guys, thanks so much for watching it. We're going to do a little calculations here at the end and go over how many miles we traveled and essentially how much it costed us. So we'll see in just a second. If you could, like this video and subscribe. Thanks. Alrighty, so this is a few days after our trip to Woodstock, Virginia, and back here to the Eastern Shore of Maryland. I got my vehicle here at work there on the level 2 charger, and it's charging right up. I'm about to head home for the afternoon, but I really quickly wanted to shoot a video and kind of break down how many miles we traveled, how much it costed me, and then also I kind of did a little comparison to a gas car that would be getting roughly about 30 miles per gallon there. So I kind of wanted to do the cost breakdown real quick. So total miles traveled, 370 miles to Woodstock, Virginia, and back home here to the Eastern Shore of Maryland. Total cost for all of the charging here at Electrify America, $28.81. So that breaks down to about 7.78 cents per mile there. So, you know, overall pretty good. So, but how does that compare to, say, a gas car that gets, let's say, 30 miles a gallon? So again, 370 miles round trip there, 30 miles a gallon, you would be using 12.3333 infinity of threes gallons of gas. And right now the gallon of gas here on the Eastern Shore of Maryland is about $3.29 a gallon. Which would break out to about $40.58. So right around just under $12 of savings there driving my Mach-E compared to a fuel saving car that gets well, right around 30 miles a gallon. So let me know, you know, is it worth it to go all electric? To be honest with you, the charging infrastructure was great. On the day that we went to Woodstock, Virginia, every time I needed to get a charge, I did. And honestly, you know, it probably would have been about $2 and some change cheaper there if I hadn't stopped that third time. But again, I was kind of being conservative. So if you take that $2 and let's say 50 cents out there, I think it was $2.58 to be exact. You know, you're roughly about $15 savings there, you know, 14 some change there on savings. So, you know, again, is it worth it to go all electric? You know, in this case, with that little bit of difference there, I don't know if it really is. You know, I bought this car because I do drive here to work, and I get free charging literally all day long. I don't have to worry about it. But, you know, for your daily life and your lifestyle, maybe it's not worth it to go all electric there. But for me, you know, if I just wanted to travel out to Woodstock, Virginia every day, I don't think I would spend the extra money getting a battery electric car. I would probably get a fuel saving gas car there. But at the same time, for my daily trip there, it literally cost me no money at all because I'm getting free charging at work there. So, you know, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know, would you buy a battery electric car? What do you kind of think of the electric, the EV vehicles that are coming out right now? And if you have any questions, put them down in the comment section below. And if you haven't already done so, like this video and subscribe to my channel, and we'll see you in the next video.